can amuse and fascinate us all. But it is engineering that changes the world. The engineer has been and is a maker of history. Mechanical engineers research, design, develop, build and test mechanical and thermal devices themselves. Before robots are capable of medications, deburring plastic edges or parts, they have to be created. Engineers get to take the credit for designing the robots to do what they are programmed for. Mechanical engineers design the robot's structure, joint mechanisms, bearings, heat transfer characteristics.
One of the most diverse and versatile engineering fields, mechanical engineering, is the study of objects and systems in motion. As such, the field of mechanical engineering touches virtually every aspect of modern life, including robots, that is any automatically operated machine that replaces human effort. Every robot that has been a part of Robocon since 2002 till date or otherwise are a programmable mechanical device that can perform tasks and interact with its environment.
This year we have planned a special program for Indian participants to encourage new graduates, students to participate in this challenge, robotics challenge, where we have done several. We started with a cut and razor program, then we have several interaction programs with the participants across India, and we expect the best goes to the finals.
Many students go there and support the team, not in the arena only, for their fabrication, for their design, and notice that it's a mix of several disciplines: mechanical engineering, electrical, civil engineering in some cases. And once they see in the hostel the students gathering together and making, students from sciences and mathematics also joined the teams which were playing. And later on they went on to set up their own startups. So a lot of enthusiasm about Robocon, and I am sure it will persist and continue to grow.
DD Robocon is back with a bang. It is a combo of enthusiasm, excitement and challenge of completing a robotic task with the timer on. Theme of this friendly competition changes every year, keeping intact the concept of creation. This year, robots are getting ready to play the Indian traditional game Lagori in what is being seen as recognition of India's marvels in the field of technology.
DD Robocon provides a platform and aims to create, innovate and work in a team. It strengthens the spirit of sportsmanship, brotherhood and showcases the unity and cultural diversity amongst the various states and countries of the Asia-Pacific region. Doordarshan brings this opportunity to the Indian engineering students and provides them a chance to showcase their talent and skill on the international platform.
Robot making is an interesting task for the robotic enthusiasts. Interestingly, the robots are designed keeping in mind a set of steps which make way to build the structure with almost similar components. Robocon is conducted for the enthusiasts of the field of robotics, more broadly mechatronics.
We, let's say as students, design our robots. We can broadly classify our robot design components into 4 parts. First one is perception. That's what the robot sees and how it perceives the environment. Second is control. What the robot needs to do for the task that it has been allotted. Third is prototype. How do we design the system to meet our goals? Which is the design that suits us better? Is one mechanism better over the others? Prototyping and understanding how to design a system, and then finally implementing, actually having the system on a hardware. You seeing it being running in real time on a system, and we can tackle these 4 components using the simulation based approach. So let's say this is a model of a system You can have perception, you can have control, you can have the prototyping on how your system would look like, and eventually actually going on the hardware or having a system set.
We are IHFC. I have Foundation for Robotics. This is what we stand for. And we are a technology innovation hub at IIT Delhi. So we have been set up by Ministry of Science and Technology. So while I feel that you are still a part of your graduation in your respective colleges. So as the name suggests, we have been set up by the Ministry of Science and Technology of Government of India to see that collaborative robotics as a technology reaches greater heights in the country. And when I talk about collaborative robotics, it's the interaction between human and machines. And when we say that Robocon is something which is a dream for the engineering college students to win for the country and for their colleges, we feel that amongst those students lie the sort of potential that we are looking forward to in the country, because we feel that to realize what we have been vested with, participation from enthusiasts like you is very, very critical. We are working on various technologies on mobile robots, drones, etc. And we would look forward to some of you also joining it, whenever your passion, your dream, your willingness to work towards this, objective of ours is also there.
Teams from engineering and technological degree and diploma colleges are eligible for participation in Robocon. The participants are expected to fabricate their own robots and need to study in detail how to design, build and control the robots. Participating teams organize their team, which includes an instructor, team leader, manual robot operator and an automatic robot operator.
My name is Paras Gupta. I am Senior Technical Assistant in IIT Delhi and Department of Mechanical Engineering. So it was my first very good experience regarding this mobile robot. So it was generally organized by this Delhi Robocon. It was very good experience to build this robot. I generally took the part in the designing and this whole assembly work for this mobile robot.
Myself, Pankaj Sansanwal. I am working in IIT Delhi as a Senior Technical Assistant in Department of Mechanical Engineering. Overall, my experience is very good. So I just thanks to Professor Saha and Professor Jha to give me opportunity to working on this. So I'm taking care of the design assembly of this art, and I'm very much excited to participate in August 2022 in Robocon.
The robots are designed keeping in mind a set of steps which make way to build a structure with almost similar components. These basically define the mechanical structure of a robot. No doubt, it is difficult to make robots that work well and in coordination. So, huge investment of mind, mechanism and efforts are needed in building the robot.
No doubt, it is difficult to make robots that work well and in coordination. Most important aspect is that the information fed in robots, manually or with machine, must be processed well in real time. And especially during Robocon event, where everything is going live, offline or online, the participants have to make it a point that if they cannot react quickly enough and make sense of what they see, then they either have to move very slowly or have to keep stopping on the way to victory to think and act.
So we are happy that Institute is partnering with Doordarshan in organizing DD National Robocon 2022 and also ABU Robocon 2022. So we have been organizing DD Robocon at the national level for the past 2 years, and this year is very special to us. ABU, Asian Broadcasting Union International Robocon competition is being held in the city of New Delhi, and IIT Delhi and Doordarshan are jointly organizing this event. So there is a lot of enthusiasm among young people to get into this field of robotics. So one reason is this, because of the low hardware and open source hardware and software which is available in today time. So the entry level barrier to this field has been reduced. Okay, so there is a lot of enthusiasm among these young people, but one task is how to channelize their enthusiasm. So in that context, our boot camp which we organized under ABU Robocon, so this helped a lot in structuring their enthusiasm and how to arrive at designing and fabricating a particular mobile robot for a particular task. So this structured boot camp helped students to get hands-on experience on designing and also with the hardware that goes in making a mobile robot. So we are very happy that there is a lot of good participation from young people in this boot camp, and I wish you all the participating teams a good luck for DD Robocon 2022 and also ABU Robocon.
Success is where preparation meets opportunity. Similarly, golden opportunities like DD Robocon challenges students to bring out the best in them and pushes them to do better. Typical steps involved in designing the robots for Robocon and similar competitions are like any new product designed by a company.
The road to success and greatness is always paved with consistent hard work. The participants have to outwork their competitors by both hard work and smart work. They are actually trained aesthetically to counter the real world and solve some real issues with mechanical strength and brilliant caliber. The participating activities in Robocon competitions quite well simulate the real world industrial product development cycle, thereby making the students industry ready.
Robots are certainly of various types, so let's try to understand quickly the anatomy of the robot. So as you all understand, there are stationary robots which are fixed with multiple degree of freedom. They are able to perform some activities, and then there are certain mobile robots. Now when you think about the robots that are being used in the Robocon games, they are kind of a mix of both actually. So you are integrating some kind of grippers or some kind of mechanisms to the mobile platform, and then you will be performing those tasks as required by the game. So if you broadly understand, there are frame, there are motors or the actuators, there are sensors here, and there are certain body parts that are being manufactured.
Humans and robots have very similar elements to them. They both can have arms and legs, run, lift weights. It's no secret that artificial intelligence, robotics, and increasing automation is all around us. The future of this technology is exciting. When humans work alongside technology, it can enhance productivity, efficiency, and accuracy.
The human body is a complex, highly organized structure made up of unique cells that work together to accomplish the specific functions necessary for sustaining life, whereas a robot is a machine that functions automatically and can adapt to changes in its environment. Robots are designed more for function than appearance. Still, the physical features of a robot attract attention. A typical robot has set of movable physical structure, manipulators, locomotion system, control system or the computer, brain, sensor system, drivetrain and a power supply. Physical structure. The physical components of most robots have some similarities with the structure of the human body. Most people are comfortable with such human-sized and shaped robots. So, sometimes people refer to the different components that make up the robot with terms such as waist, shoulder, arm, elbow, wrist, etc. These parts of a robot are used for movement and positioning. Often, the arms and body are formed from 3 joints connected by large links. The wrist consists of 2 or 3 compact joints and it is used to orient the tools or the parts at the work location. Although there is a majority of actual robots that look nothing like humans.
The physical structure can be of any shape and size. Essentially, the body or frame provides the structure of the robot. Generally, Robots are distinct from ordinary computers in their physical nature. Normal computers don't have physical bodies attached to them. A robot needs power source to drive. The parts of a robot are connected with joints, but they can't move on their own. They need actuators which are powered by electricity, pneumatics, that is compressed air, or hydraulics, that is oil-like fluid.
With actuated joints, the robot can rotate and move right, left, forward, backward, climb up or down, etc. This is accomplished with the help of a device that converts electrical energy into mechanical energy. This will help the robots in Robocon to play the Lagori game, interact with the environment and the world around them. After manipulating and influencing the movements of robots comes the controller that coordinates and controls all aspects of the robot.
Button is here, it will work like this. So I will press the forward condition, so it will move forward. If I press this, say this forward condition, it is a back condition. So we are talking about coordinate system. So this is the plus x direction, so I will move it here. So it will go in the plus x direction, it will go in the minus x direction, as we already seen the y direction also. So now we are gonna rotate this robot. So this is the rotation, clockwise rotation. This is clockwise direction, this is anti-clockwise. So it has a dual option also, it will go diagonally also, this robot. Okay, so you can, so how it is like, it works like this through this remote.
Control system. As a body can move its parts with the help of joints, but nothing is possible unless we have a brain to control everything. Therefore, a control system is very crucial. It is a microcomputer with a central unit, memory, power and interfaces to access the external elements. It coordinates and controls all aspects of the robot. It regulates each of the manipulator's movements, actions, calculations and processing of information. It receives and sends signals to other components via input or output signals and stores programs. Sensors also provide feedback based on the robot's surroundings, which is then sent to the central processing unit, that is the CPU. The CPU filters this information through the robot's programming and makes decisions based on logic. The same can be done with a variety of inputs or human commands. It can be of following types. Position controller. It only interferes with the control of the position of the terminal element. Velocity control. It regulates speed. Dynamic control. It controls the dynamic properties of the manipulator, motors and associated elements. Adaptive control helps the manipulator change and adapt to different positions. Robots are machines that can sense, plan and act. Sensor system. This is just like our sensory organs. The sensors allow the robots to detect the conditions of the environment and can behave according to its programming, respond to changes in conditions, obstacles, etc. Sensors provide information about environment or internal components like motor or cylinder position, LED status, etc. This information is used to calculate the appropriate command to be sent to the actuators. There is a wide variety of sensors. Examples include ultrasonic, infrared or laser rangefinders. These are the basis of laser scanners, enabling the robot's central processing unit to become aware of its environment. For robots, mobility and the need to perform tasks from place to place, drivetrain is required. Although some robots are able to perform their tasks from one location, it is often a requirement of robots that they are able to move from one location to another location. For this task, they require a drivetrain. Drivetrains consists of powered methods of mobility. Humanoid-style robots use legs, while most other robots will use some sort of wheeled solution for movement. Lastly, the most important aspect of robotics is power supply, almost like a fuel and fodder for the former. All robots need power supply system to work. The power supply acts as a food to the robot. If you don't feed the robot, there is no way it can work. Therefore, the robot needs a power supply to work, and most robots use DC supply, although solar power is becoming a focus for some types of robots.
So I'm very excited that Robocon 2022 will be happening in New Delhi. It's a very unique moment for us. India is observing its 75 years of independence, what we call Azadi Ka Amrit Mahotsav. It's a great time to be in India, and so we welcome all the teams, all the participants to come to Delhi, and I look forward to hosting everyone in New Delhi for Robocon 2022.
Robots have contributed massively to our industries, enabling most devices, appliances, transportation, and processed foods. With growing technological advancements and efficient research investments, the manufacturing processes are rapidly being automated, with robots taking over a fair share of the expansive industry. The willpower and motivation of our engineers has always led to great socio-economic growth, leading to an empowered society, while setting a foundation for the growth of entire nation. In the next episode, we are going to talk about how electrical engineering helps in robotics technology. Till then, stay safe, stay healthy. Vijay Bhava.